so I'm going to be using a specialty tuning on this. It'll be a minimal drop D flat tuning. So the least dropping that we have to do to make this work and get that nice low D flat power chord going. So all I'm going to do is take the E, drop it down to the D flat, keep every other string the same. All right, so we'll have the D flat, then we'll have A, D, G, B, E. All right, so we're just shooting for like the minimal amount deviation from standard that we have to do here, just to make it simple to get to, you know, as little work for, you know, beginners or people that just don't like drop tuning, just to get there so we can play it. So for this verse and kind of like the pre-chorus, it's really just kind of like some synth or keyboard chords kind of carrying it. But if we want to, you know, strum something along with it, we could do something like this where starts off in at that D flat minor. So we'll just do the 4A, 6 on the D and G, 5B. All right, we hold this for a few counts. And then we're going to move this D flat minor with a flat 6. So basically we just take what we have there. And then all we want to do is switch this 6 on the D to a 7. So we just kind of like flip-flop our fingers, our ring and pinky here. All right, have the pinky at the 7. Then we'll have, you know, the ring at the 6, middle on the 5, and then barring with the 1 there. All we did really was like switch this. So if you want to start the initial chord like this, you could. That's kind of weird for me, but if you want to do that, so all you had to do is move the pinky. All right, so we have that second chord, the D flat minor with the flat 6. Then we just go right back to the D flat minor. All right, in the second half of it, hit that D flat minor. All right, and then we do this switch from, it's a lot of the same notes, but it's mostly just the bass note kind of switching. It's like an A flat to an E flat 6 sus or whatever, but it's mostly just kind of hitting like the A flat major stuff. So we can do like just the mid part of it where we go 6D, 5G, 4B. All right, and then you just kind of hit that and then just throw in the E flat bass note over the top of it. So by adding the 6 on the A. All right. Okay, so after the verse, we get to what you would say is like the verse part 2, or I guess you'd call it the pre-chorus, up to you. But it's almost kind of a lot of the same chords. We're just kind of condensing it a bit. Start with that D flat minor again. Hit our D flat minor with the flat 6. So we just, that 6 to 7 on the middle D there. Right back to the D flat minor. Hold there. And then the second run, hit that D flat minor. D flat minor's flat 6 at the 7 on the D. And now we do more of like an A flat sus 4 to that, resolving to that E flat sus 6. So just do 6s on the A, D, G. Okay, this is what we're going to resolve, that G, 6, and then we just want 5 on the G now, keeping that same 6, A, and D. Okay, and once we get to the chorus, you can kind of kick on the overdrive, and here's where we kind of need this drop tuning, so we get that big initial D flat 5 power chord. So we'll hit our open low D flat string now, and then just do like the mid voice power chord under it. So we hit that 4 on the A, 6 on the D. You can even throw in a 6G if you want. Just hit it real big, let it ring. All right, go to a E flat power chord. So with this tuning, will be 2 on the low D flat string, then the 1s on the A and D. Bump it up a fret, 3 in the 2s for the E power chord. Walk it back down to the E flat at the 2 and the 1s. All right, and the second run through starts the same with the first 3 chords. D flat 5, E flat 5, 2 and the 1s. E at the 3 and 2s. But instead of walking it back down, now we take it up high to the A. And with this tuning, you can either drop down and hit an open A power chord like that, or you can zoom it up here with that same shape, hit the 8 on the D flat with the 7s on the A and D. Okay, So we get a bridge section, and there's not really a whole lot going on. There's kind of like just some like synth samples and keyboard stuff going on. The overall kind of feel is this like B note, I guess, but this is essentially what's happening at the very end of the song. But at the very end of the song, we're doing like a straight up guitar riff over the top of it. And so if you wanted to do some variation of like the outro for the bridge, you could do that. But otherwise, it's kind of like just kind of a vocal break with some percussive stuff. But as far as what's going on over the outro slash quote, bridge, it's this chromatic descension from a B to a A. So we just do like a B power chord here at the 2A, 4 on the D and G. Hit that down to the 1 and 3s for the B flat, and then to the open and 2s on the D and G for the A. All right, and it just cranks that out 2 times, and then it'll start the first 2 chords again. But at that point, it just kind of starts right back over. So it's kind of an interesting little hitch at the end. So. Okay. And like I said, you can do that at the bridge section in a, varying way if you want. Up to you, but should be all good to go.